Ansias por la vida, ilusión de vivir, que a veces con los años se marchita y uno se olvida de su porvenir. Me abraza el cielo, me besa el mar, con tu cariño feliz, sincero, llegó la paz. Mi alma está en fiesta, quiero cantar y abrazarte fuerte junto a mi pecho y amar y amar. Y ahora disfruto mi camino muy claro y entendido cómo he de andar. No me importa si la vida se complica, yo sigo tranquilo desde aquí hasta el final. Me abraza el cielo, me besa el mar, con tu cariño feliz, sincero, llegó la paz. Mi alma está en fiesta, quiero cantar y abrazarte fuerte junto a mi pecho y amar y amar. Me abraza el cielo, me besa el mar, con tu cariño feliz, sincero, llegó la paz. Mi alma está en fiesta, quiero cantar la paz. Mi alma está en fiesta, quiero cantar y abrazarte fuerte junto a mi pecho y amar y amar. Me abraza el cielo, me besa el mar, con tu cariño feliz, sincero, llegó la paz. Mi alma está en fiesta, quiero cantar y abrazarte fuerte junto a mi pecho y amar y amar. Buen día. Me abraza el cielo, me besa el mar, con tu cariño feliz, sincero, llegó la paz. Mi alma está en fiesta, quiero cantar y abrazarte fuerte junto a mi pecho y amar y amar. Buen día.
For sure. And I don't like to make sure it's so and it wasn't anything that I'm going to do. So they could be that's all that you it's something so that you know what and I was like and I do this and I don't check it out. The actually it's not sure and no this I was like that's it. It's And then vivamos, o sea, que no conoce su historia, tiende a repetirla y hablemos de la historia de otros países para ver qué pasa en otros países, para que vamos a resolver el rápido. COVID. That are dying, and we're controlling the number of people that are in the ICU. So I think we're doing well. But guess what? Tomorrow, November 1st, we're going to start having anybody who's really anybody in this planet can walk into the house. Let me see. Oh, I'm supposed to have some people say hello. Yes, we do. Of course, our friends. We had before. There's Pamela. No se escucha, ¿cómo que no se escucha? ¿En serio? No puede ser. Okay, sí, I can change this to something else. Oh, no. Okay, I'm back, and I don't know if you're hearing me, but we're gonna try and listen to Zoe.
Hi, and welcome back to Zoe's Plant-Based Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Asian-inspired summer rolls. This is a great and fun dish to make. It's super easy, it's super quick, but it's also really fun to make. It's great for like big family events or big parties where you want some finger food to serve. So let's get started. Okay, so the things that you need to make these summer rolls is a cookie sheet, a cutting board to roll the rolls in, and you have your rice paper, which you can buy at Auto Mercado, lettuce, and spinach, but it really doesn't matter what greens you use, just use any type of greens. Some cucumber, like this, some green bell peppers, we will also have some carrots, and just a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to continue to pour a little bit of water into the cooking sheet. And then the next step you want to do is you're going to take a little bit of olive oil, you're just going to pour a little bit onto your cutting board. The reason you do this so that the rice paper doesn't stick to the cutting board while you're rolling it. And I just like to smear it around a little bit just to cover it thoroughly. I'm just gonna roll. Make sure everything stays inside like that. And there you go. You have your summer roll. Okay, so now that we've finished the summer rolls, we're going to make the sauce that goes with it. We're making a Asian peanut sauce that traditionally goes with these summer rolls. It's super fun and super easy to make, so let's get started. Okay, so first, we're going to take 1/3 of a cup of peanut butter. I'm going to scoop it straight into the bowl. Let it flop in. Then we have some soy sauce. We're going to do a tablespoon of soy sauce. And then this is hoisin sauce. It's also like an Asian sauce, traditionally Vietnamese. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that. Rice wine vinegar. And the soy sauce, the hoisin, and the rice wine are all 1 tablespoon. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of honey. Okay, so now that the sauce is done, I'm just going to plate it. I'm going to pour it into this bowl right here. And there you go. So your summer rolls. I hope you enjoyed watching Zoe's Plant-Based Kitchen, and you join me next time. Bye.
And that was Little Miss Zoe. I guess she's doing great. Let's see. It says, con Zoe todo bien. And what about now? Does it, can you hear me now? I have remotely people tell me whether they can hear me or not. Zoe was good. Dice, sí, es así. Y por acá dice, eso, Retanita, ¿cómo estás? Hola. Ok, entonces aquí estamos improvisando lo que es el programa. Y tenemos, vamos a ver, totalmente eso, así me gusta, muy bien, seguimos. Habíamos hablado, ok, esta cuestión de las elecciones, elections in the US, oh my God, they're getting really crazy. I want to show you, and let me just change a little bit of our stuff here, being quite technological. Because what people are planning to do if the Republicans don't win sounds like something out of the movies or such. Let's watch this first, and then we can continue to talk about it for a minute. Gracias a ustedes que me están viendo. Excelente. Aquí les dejo. Aquí vamos a escuchar este.
These are preparations for a new American battleground. People ready, they say, to fight if Donald Trump goes down.
Because there's a lot of patriots that love that man, including myself.
John won't give his last name, but he's free with his opinions. He says America could be on the point of a second civil war.
If they try to steal the election from Donald Trump, that's going to be basically the trigger point.
He's preparing a fleet of off-road vehicles.
There's some thoughts about possibly mounting a gun on this.
Did you ever see the movie Mad Max?
Oh yeah, my favorite.
But this is no entertainment. In a series of safes, John has an Aladdin's cave of military-style weapons.
You've got a lot of semi-automatics.
Among the least of the weaponry is a Steyr rifle, standard issue for Australian troops.
The FBI says applications for federal firearms background checks are running at record levels, more than 30 million Americans so far this year, and the run on ammunition is so strong that where shops still have bullets, they're rationing them.
The NRA gun lobby jokes on Twitter that gun owners dance like Donald Trump when gun stores get new supplies. But John has been stockpiling for 20 years.
If there's ever a need that fellow patriots need ammunition, I have it.
He'll supply guns as well, he says, to patriots willing to take on
anyone that tries to destroy the Constitution and our rights. That's who.
And who do you think that might be?
Right now, looks like the left and the liberals.
And he says they will be easy meat.
We have a big head start on somebody who's just getting into the field.
Intriguingly, John says he voted for Barack Obama in 2008, but those sympathies are long gone.
Complete with a Confederate flag?
Sure. The American flag is being washed right now. It got dirty.
John's 17-year-old son Sam is convinced Trump will not stand down if he loses the vote.
I think if it's rigged, he's not going to step down, and I don't think people are going to put up with it if they force him to.
Trump patriots are ready. Hugh Remington for 10 News First, Shenandoah, Virginia.
So, there it is. I mean, it sounds like This is thank you Channel 5 in Virginia. But is this even if it sounds so surreal that they have what they think of that we think about this happening in here in so many ways. So one more thing in these elections, and one more thing in the very last of the year, doesn't have to surprise us. But civil war starting in the U.S. Wow. Is it possible? What do you think? I think it could be. Pero anyway, continuemos con el programa. Ahí les queda eso para pensar. Lo que pasa también es que las elecciones, the elections are a little bit complicated. I mean, you do need to quasi-understanding. Us coming from a country where elections are so well planned out and so transparent and so democratic and so that we can trust the system, we know the system works. But when you can send a piece of mail and or go somewhere and drop your vote in a box that you don't know who's touching it or who's not touching it or what's going to happen after that, then it kind of gets complicated. Sí, Magda, estoy en San José, pero ponerlo en el show para yo saludarte. Okay. Anyway, that's how for us, I guess it's not, we don't doubt our system, and whoever wins because that's the way it was, and it was legal, and it was every vote counted. So I can see why some people feel that, okay, the left, like the guy said, are going to mess with the Constitution, and that's why they think they need to get their own arms and try to do something about it. But is that really the way it needs to be? Come on, I don't know. That's why Pura Vida, Costa Rica, and I have a lot more people coming to live here, which is a good thing. So anyway, so let's go to some messages, and then we can come back and talk about how all the new things that Corona time has created that have given a good note and not always a bad thing. But we'll talk about that when we come back.
Mírala, se ve pequeñita, pero carga 7 veces su peso. Y esta parece insignificante, ¿no? Pero sin ellas se frena la cadena que alimenta al mundo. Pequeño no significa que no sea grande. Despertarse temprano para abrir tu negocio en medio de una pandemia no es algo pequeño. O hacer horas extras para que alcances a llegar antes de cerrar. Son accionistas, presidentes, gerentes de compras, contadores y ahora, más que nunca, gerentes de limpieza. No tienen departamento de recursos humanos porque son pequeños. No lo necesitan porque son gigantes. Nunca tuvieron servicio a domicilio, pero para la abuela sí. Se acuerdan de los nombres y equipos de fútbol de todo el barrio, porque claro, tienen memoria de gigante. Mira si lo son. Muchos te conocen desde antes de nacer. Los llaman pequeños comerciantes, aunque todos sabemos que son gigantes. Hoy, sé grande como ellos. Apóyalos. Seguí yendo donde María, a donde Carmen, a donde José. Al negocio más cercano que tengas. Es lo más parecido a quedarse en casa cuando tenés que salir a comprar. Porque separados, todos somos pequeños, pero juntos somos gigantes.
Autocuidado es saber que vamos a pasar esto juntos. Por eso en Automercado buscamos beneficiar a cientos de familias que se han visto afectadas por la emergencia del COVID-19 en las zonas de influencia cercanas a nuestros supermercados en el país. Donaremos al menos 2,000 paquetes solidarios que cubren las necesidades básicas de alimentación e higiene para apoyar a los hogares afectados por el COVID-19 de nuestras comunidades. Es tiempo de ayudar a quien más lo necesita.
Okay, I'm back. So, we're going to talk now about how in, let's say a store like automercado that we just talked about. The way to try to control a little more, not touching so many things when you go to the store, when you go anywhere else, is through these readers, the same readers that the cashiers would use. But in this particular case, it's done in a different way. What happens is they come in. Let me connect this so I can show you the video. You would come in just like when you go into PriceSmart, that you now have the option to, hold on, let me get this done. You know how you have the option to, they can read on your phone with the QR code. It's not a QR, but they can read your membership. Then they have the membership, and they're able to, with that, it opens up. Actually, let me tell you what. Let me show you, and then we can talk about it. Okay. And so here you come. You get your customer. Ta-da. Ta-da.
Ну, это красиво.
Personal. Isn't that cool? So it's amazing. I mean, you go in, you get your own stuff. Now, you not only have to buy wine, of course not. You can buy food and other stuff if you want to, or not. But it's great. And then you go in, you pay your own stuff. It's they check 5 or 6 items and they work, then it means that you were supposedly honest enough, and then you just go ahead and pay, and then you walk out with your stuff and put it back in your car. And the great thing about that is that it's efficient, it's hygienic, it's easy, it's fast, and there's not so much touching of so many things. Maybe the scanner, so you got to keep the scanners disinfected, but it's an easy and fast way to not have that much contact, which now in Corona time, it's here to stay. It's not going away, and we just need to find better ways to live with it and to make it work with us, work fine with us. Okay, what else? I'm trying to think. Let's go to messages, because we talked about most of the things that are so important. The veto, once again, I want to talk about that. I'm so happy, but it happened because many people, many groups really fought for their rights and really said, this is not right, and we need to make it work. So this is just another way to proving that if you work and if you organize and if there's something, this is how democracy really works. It is like democracy in its biggest essence. I don't know if other people see this like I'm looking at it. I mean, if I had kids, I would say, you know, your grandchildren will be talking about this, because this is a major thing that happened. Major. Not that it has ended, because we need to keep moving upon it, but we have proven that our system works, and because it works, we can now continue to get what we really want, to make our country better, to make everything better. Now that this year it has been the worst. 2 more months and 2020 will be over. Looking forward to 2021. But anyway, let's listen to a few more things, actually regarding Corona time. Let's see what La Cerveceria has done. And now I need my glasses because, I can't see. La Cervecería made a little, and this one is in Spanish, but it's really what they're explaining is that they had put their logos, our águila. It's a big bird. I'll think about it in a minute, but that they put it upside down, but they did it on purpose. There's a reason why, and here's your way of practice your Spanish.
Una aclaración a nivel nacional sobre un tema que ha generado mucha conversación. Aquí a mi lado tengo una botella de Imperial, la cerveza de Costa Rica, la cual dicen en redes sociales que tiene un error porque la etiqueta está al revés. Hoy les quiero confirmar algo, no es ningún error. La colocamos así con toda la intención. Imperial refleja lo que vive Costa Rica. Simplemente lo hicimos para hacer alusión a que durante los últimos meses hemos sentido que el mundo se puso de cabeza. Lo positivo es que lo podemos enderezar juntos. Así como somos capaces de darle vuelta a una botella de Imperial para ver el logo de su etiqueta como debe ser, también podemos darle vuelta a lo que estamos viviendo. Por eso hoy más que nunca nos toca reinventarnos y soñar en grande. Somos costarricenses y no es la primera vez que enfrentamos grandes retos juntos. Desde nuestra empresa estamos tomando todas las medidas para ayudar a la reactivación comercial, turística y social de nuestro país en los lugares donde más se necesita nuestro Pura Vida. Ese que es único y que nos impulsa como ticos a jalarnos hacia arriba en los momentos difíciles. Solo me queda invitar a cada uno de los costarricenses que me está viendo a ser parte de la solución y a disfrutar lo bueno que nos espera si trabajamos juntos. Pura Vida.
¿Qué les pareció? ¿Verdad que es súper cierto? We have to work together, and the not so pura vida that people have been trying to talk about lately is not true. I think pura vida is still what characterizes our country in so many ways, in so many things, and the Costa Ricans, we know how to get out of the worst. But in everything, there's good, there's bad, there's so much of everything. So we have to improve our quality of life. We have to fight to be happy. We have to fight to change things when they're not right. And imagine how bad would it be if everything was always great and everything was just happy-go-lucky. We need some little things in our life so that things can change somehow. So I leave you with that. We're trying, I can't promise, but we're trying to be in Florida for the elections just to see how elections are going to be, because this is the most, we thought 4 years ago was the worst or the most inimaginable, inimaginable, no sé, I make up a lot of words, so don't take everything that I say as if it's right. But I think these elections are elections like have never, ever happened, and we need to be there. So Pura Vida TV from Costa Rica, the country that has the best voting system in the world, will try to be in Florida for the most unbelievable elections that country has ever had in their almost, 200 and something years of, 240, 225, whatever number. But this 40-something president that is coming, I know my history, right, is going to be such, there's so much happening. I mean, just the elections are a process that have nothing to do with the fact of who wins or who loses. Then past the elections, then will we have a civil war, yes or no, depending on who wins. And then what's going to happen based on if he wins or the other one wins. So, guys, this is 2020 at its best, Corona time at its best. So I leave you with this today on Halloween. Thank you so much. I will see you next week or Tuesday on election. I don't know. We'll see. Ciao. Take care. Isn't that funny? Actually, I'm gonna, it was the scariest thing I could find. But actually, the way we get out of the shell is with our little holographic closer, which I have somewhere over here so that I can say goodbye right at 30 minutes. If I can find it, of course, at this. Okay, guys, see ya. Ciao. Did it work? Ridiculous. I always try to say goodbye, goodbye, and then it doesn't happen. Let me see if this one works. That one. Will this one work? No, not working. I don't know what I did. Something I did wrong. But okay. Goodbye means goodbye, and I guess I'm going to have to end the show like that because I'm going to keep saying goodbye and nothing's going to happen. And we're already at our 30 minutes, so I'll just click on finish. Mwah. Let's see if it ends now. Did it end?